It should be on now. It's giving it a little minute just to reset itself. Just let the stream initiate so I can get it on YouTube so I can see the chat and stuff. Not that there'll be one. Maybe one. We'll see. It's a pretty impromptu stream, to be honest with you. So we'll see. Okay. Thank you, Golden Line. That's very nice of you. Thank you very much. Hoping you can hear everything all right and see everything and everything's good. Just wondering if I turn it that way, will I see the chat? I will see the chat. Very, very nice. Cool. I don't know why it's coming up twice there. Let me have a little look-see. Here's what I'll do. Boom. Job done. That should work. I'm just checking on the stream, checking it all looks fine before we get going. Good, glad everything's good on your end. Sundays can be a bit of a downer at times, because obviously everyone's got work tomorrow, everyone wants to, you know, get in there and start doing stuff, but, you know, it's here to come and have a chill out. 32 years of age, can you believe it? Can you believe it? I got my degree in 2016, it's 4 years ago now. I'm missing the ancient world, which is why I've come back to it. Come back to it again. Cheers, man. Yeah, Driftwood should be back probably tomorrow, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Because I'm supposed to be doing a bit more studying for my... for those of you who... I do get emails every now and again. I know there's only one person in the chat right now, but yeah, I'm going to America pretty soon. Like, I'm emigrating to America, so I need to do exams, because my degree, even though it's from a really good university... my degree doesn't pass over to American... It doesn't quite correlate to American qualifications to teach. So I'm going to go teach classics over there. So, yeah, I'm having to do lots and lots and lots of studying for economics and geography and all sorts at the moment to try and get over there and fill in the gaps in my knowledge. It's going well. It's going well. Thank you, viewer. Thank you very much. It's going well. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we go as time goes on. But for now, yeah, it should be more Driftwood on Monday. I've actually caught up to myself with Driftwood. I've now done videos on everything that I've written so far. So it's kind of like I'm throwing down the train track in front of the train really quickly and running alongside it, trying to keep it going. I'm from the UK, so I'm from Liverpool. I'm actually in Liverpool right now, in the northwest of the UK. So I went to university in Durham, which is in the northeast of England. I did classics and ancient warfare, so you're in good hands for the Rome Total War stream. And yeah, I got my degree in 2016. I went and worked for Games Workshop for a few years, just because it was something I always wanted to do. And then after that, I've gone into private teaching. So we've gone into tutoring classic students and people like that. History students, classic students, writers. I tutor writers quite a bit as well. And since now I'm getting married to a lovely American lady that I met at university. And moving to Chicago. And I'm going to be teaching classics there for the rest of my days. That's going to be the end of everything. It's going to be that. Looking forward to it though. Can't wait to get on the plane and sort it out. Even though I'll miss Britain, but you know. Europe, that's exactly right. They don't accept English degrees. They don't, and that's why I've got 2 more exams left to do. That will cross over. They're called praxis exams. And these exams are basically by the Illinois Education Board to make sure that all of my qualifications, one, are valid, so they cross over, and two, that that I have the knowledge capable of teaching history in the country. So yeah, you were completely right with that. They don't normally accept English degrees, but nowadays, a few exams and you're ready to go. So I don't want to keep you waiting. Actually, I think we should just jump into it. Now. My actual history with this game goes back a long way. Two things got me into Ancient Warfare: the film Gladiator and Rome Total War. Those are the two things that got me into Ancient Warfare. I've made an entire career out of this discipline, so I think it's about time I came back and at least paid back a little bit. I've only got the 3 Roman factions because I've literally reinstalled it again, but that's fine because I only wanted to play one of the Roman factions because they're the most fun to play. Unlike more modern Total War games, are better in the way that they have loads of factions at the start that are all completely different to play. Rome Total War started out with 3 Roman factions, and that was it. And the more you conquer, the more you unlock factions. So if you conquer Egypt, for example, then you'll unlock Egypt. If you conquer, someone else, you'll unlock someone else, and so on and so forth. So I actually like this style. I actually really like this style and the way that it works, and the way that the game goes about. Rome Total War remembers that it's a game that's supposed to be fun. So when you come across the Egyptians in this game, one of my lecturers, who is also a Total War fan, Dr. Woolmer, he hated the fact that the Egyptians in this game are all like the Mummy Returns style Egyptians with headdresses and chariots, because they're about, at this stage, that type of warfare is about maybe 1,000 years out of date. So yeah, the Greco style of the East is really more interesting in Rome 2, even though Rome 2 when it came out was a pile of dog crap. Nowadays it's decent. Rome 2 still pretty buggy, but it's decent. But there's a charm to Rome 1 that you just do not get with any of the other Total Wars, and that's why I enjoy it so much. In terms of teaching styles, again, anything I see in the chat, I'll come to when I can. So in terms of teaching styles, I hope so. I mean, from what I've seen, the American teaching style of history actually focuses on more interesting things than European history. Because I've actually taught not at high school, but I've taught private students in doing high school work, and nearly all the time they're learning things about the Industrial Revolution and the suffragettes, and they touch on the World Wars as well. Basically, all of the boring shit. All of the boring shit they basically cover. They don't cover Rome, they don't cover Greece, they don't cover the Minoans or the Kushites or the Israelites or medieval Europe. They don't cover the War of the Roses. They don't even cover Napoleon. Right? They don't cover anything. Whereas American history is very much, yes, we learn about American history, but American history is actually quite interesting. There's a lot of conflict there. There's a lot of a nation growing out of nothing, which is really cool. A lot of English people, including myself, we tend to look down on American culture as being, it's not really culture. But it is really cool the way that they basically a country just appeared and went, oh shit, we're a country. What do we do? And yeah, I really like that. And the fact that America doesn't have its own ancient history is a blessing in disguise, because I really do think that Europe looks over ancient history because we're confronted with it all of the time. Whereas America, they don't have an ancient history of their own, so they love things like castles, they love things like Romans and Greeks and all those different kinds of things. That's why games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey sell so well in America. They're infatuated with stuff like that, and so you do teach it in schools. And one of the things that my wife-to-be is teaching right now is the Crusades. And I'm so jealous that she gets to teach the Crusades. But for people watching this video back in the future, I guess we should get started. I'm not going to be playing as the Julii, because they're too goody two-shoes, and they're basically... This is the house that basically Julius Caesar would have been involved with. All the names have been changed, obviously, to make it a lot more palpable to people who don't know anything about ancient history, which is fine. I look at Rome Total War as being an amazing gateway into ancient history, into the discipline, and I love it. You got the Brutii, so Brutus and Cornelius Junius Brutus and people like that, and people who founded the Republic are all from the Brutii, and we got the Scipio as well, which have a These are the Scipios, the people who won the Battle of Zama against Hannibal and people like that. They have the nicest colour and blue, but we will be playing as the Brutii because I like being the bad guys. The Brutii are the bad guys. Again, very simplistic. There are no bad guys in history, but in this there are. So let's go play as the Brutii and give it a go. That's cool. The fact that they do that in Poland, that's really, really cool. So they learn all history then, like way back, because one of the main things I know about Poland is how overpowered it is in Europa Universalis 4. So you can just form these like knightly orders, and if you can take over the Teutonic Order that are north of you in Poland, you can basically just run roughshod over Eastern Europe with like loads of Polish knights. And The Witcher, of course. You know, can't say anything about that without mentioning The Witcher. So, which isn't history, but it should be. It should be. It's basically the Polish Lord of the Rings. I get a real sense that Lord of the Rings was essentially because the English never really had stories of their own, because King Arthur's quite French. You know, he's from French Catholic background. We never had a mythology of our own, so Tolkien made Lord of the Rings as a mythology for England. Basically, it's our mythology, and I really think The Witcher does a similar thing for Poland. So, but anyway, let's get started with the House of Brutii, shall we? And I love the start of these movies. So cheesy.
We Brutii are the only true Romans. We saved Rome. We drove out the kings. We made the Republic. The family deserve respect for that. Respect and obedience. We know what is best for Rome. New lands, living space, territory, slaves. I know what must be done. The Greeks, they look down their perfumed noses at all Romans, and they hate us. I'm going to give them a reason for hate. When I've crushed them. Roman steel, that's the answer. Roman steel in the Brutii fist. And the other great Roman families. The Scipii, trash. They have no respect for proper Roman ways. For us, the Julii prostitute themselves as if the people matter. Bah. We Brutii must lead Rome.
Sorry about the sound there. I would think that always happens with that opening cinematic, to be honest with you. It's quite buggy. It's an old game, you know, you've got to let it off. Yeah, bias in history, that's a really interesting point. Bias is something that even creeps into my own writing at times. And as a historian, it is definitely your job to recognise when it's seeping in and to stamp on it and be like, no, let's go back. Me writing essays on the Revolution, the American Revolution, for instance, I look at the Americans as ungrateful colonists who threw my lovely Yorkshire tea into the Boston Bay. I mean, you know, that's just how I feel. Because I'm English. And, you know, Sodom, they shouldn't have done that. But I also am very, very aware that the British government at the time were completely inept in the way that they were handling the Americas. So, you know, it's not something that I can really have a go at. So, the Senate want us to take Apollonia. That is completely fine. I forgot how... what's the word? How shaky the actual cursor can be in this game. So, what are we making first? I think we'll make some... Do we need to make a starty? Or am I going to go straight with Apollonia, aren't I? So, we'll go for Aulus Brutus over here. And we'll take over... Oh no, there's one more here. Okay, that's great. We'll take one Hastati from here and one Velites. We'll whack him over here. We'll whack him in the boat. We'll whack him over here. Now, one thing that I love about Rome 1, is that it knows what it is. It's a Total War game, and it just wants to kick people in the face. There's none of this Paradox game style, you know, is that okay with you? Here's an alliance here, here's some trade there, do you want to marry me? None of that rubbish, right? That's crept into Total War over the years. Total War should realise what it is. It's not Civilization, it's not Europa Universalis, that's not what I play Total War for. I play Total War to kick Greeks in the face. That's what I play Total War for.
Yes,
so,
master.
you know...
Sneaking aboard, watching over the troops.
Yes. Boarding ship.
You guys can...
Set sail!
Moving ashore,
Moving ashore.
watching over the troops.
General!
Alright, let's just
attack!
like this.
Besieging settlement, sir!
Let's get in there. This is Apollonia on the western parts of Greece. On the writing stuff, more Driftwood things will be coming, but in future I will also be starting. I've written a fantasy setting which is around 150,000 words long at the moment, and that will be coming pretty soon as well, in a similar format.
We should make them think kindly of their master's whips. They are dead men. We go now to our bloody business!
So it's not quite as good as Medieval, where you've got a select. What's the word? You've got a really good select. What am I doing here? Have I got restrict camera? I shouldn't do. Get the starting here. Get all three of them. Why not? Actually, no. This is start. You can move over here. Ooh, the camera strafing is really. It's really slow in this game. Oh, learning how to do this when I've... let me just see if I've got restrict camera on. Have I got restrict camera? Nope. Okay. Camera movement speed. There we go. Lovely. Lovely. That's a lot better. Achates is Roman for knights. That's the Roman word for knights. So in my fantasy setting, obviously, there is a Roman Empire in it. The fantasy setting takes place on Earth, but it's an Earth in which magic exists. So imagine the ancient world, but magic actually exists. As you can see, I'm really struggling to do with this camera at the moment because it's so old, this game. They're all squelching up over there, which is fine. So we're going to come over here. And general... There's no real need to get your general involved in this game because simply, you know, he may develop some traits, but they're not really important. They're not really important, the traits in this game. You can go through the... with the other games with mods installed, I think one thing Total War is missing is having generals that last the entire game and become super powerful. Everyone wants to be Alexander the Great, so just let people be Alexander the Great. You know what I mean? If that's what you want to be. You guys are going to have to hurry up. I'm sorry, but... get a run on here. And you lot as well, come on.
Units! Double time! Units! Double time!
I'm going to take as little casualties as possible. Taking on these Greek rebels. And what do they actually have down here? Now you gotta remember when this game came out, this was 3D graphics, so the jump from Medieval 1 to this is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I mean... Get in there.
Attack!
Whoops. I was once in a lecture with a friend of mine called John, and it was a lecture on the Roman army, and this was before I decided to go to university. John was trying to convince me to go to university, not his one, but a university, and we were learning about obviously Roman infantry, things like that, and the lecturer said, oh, and there was another line of infantry called the Principes, and somebody in the lecture just shouted out, Principes! Just like on Rome Total War, and I was like, yeah, that's my hero. That's my hero right there. What a guy. So move, camera, please. Guys, can you not? Can you not? Come on, come over here. There, cavalry is going to be killing all these.
The gods have filled the heart of the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward. They're attacking us!
Get out of there. I love how quick on this game. It's so merciless that the cavalry are so quick. The leap from Medieval 2 to this is astonishing in terms of the speed of the cavalry and how powerful cavalry is. Cavalry's still powerful in Medieval, but in this it's absolutely lethal. There we go.
They're attacking us!
Yeah, that's very interesting view up. I've heard that before from people who play, from people who've read, from Polish people actually, that they don't think very much of the writer of. Is that because of the things he said about gaming, or is it because he stole most of his ideas from another book series? Because he did steal Geralt from another book series as well.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
Thank you very much, Charlie. Thank you very much. 32. I know. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. 32 and getting married. I mean, you know, where's the rock and roll lifestyle that I thought I was going to lead when I was a kid? Get him in there. Why not? Is him dead?
This is a heroic victory, worthy of Roman arms!
Got him. Not that there's any doubt, considering the balance of power there, but in terms of the stream, I think we'll be on for an hour or two. Shall we exterminate the populace? Enslave for now, because I want to build some stuff. There are no buildings here. That's great. Governor's house. Yeah, build that.
Awaiting your command.
I just want you to run around, please.
Moves depleted, sir.
Fleet ready.
See, I honestly think that the
Fleet ready.
At your service.
the fact that agents have movement basically shows you where the makers of the game wanted your focus.
General.
They wanted your focus to be
March.
marching around and conquering shit. That's basically what they wanted. They didn't want you getting bogged down in he said, she said. Oh, will you marry me? Will you have my child as a ward? Will you do this? Will you do that? You know, will you bribe me? Will you do this? They didn't want any distractions. They just wanted you to get in there and start killing things and really have fun with it. And that's something I completely respect. I completely respect that. They knew what they wanted to do. And Rome 1 is basically a really good emphasis, a really good showing of what can be achieved if a design is stuck to. If you just say, this is what we want to do, we don't want to copy anyone else, we just want to have fun doing this, that's fine. It's when Creative Assembly tried to basically have everything and be like Civilization and Europa Universalis and be like Paradox games, that's when it started to be a bit, you know, be a bit pants. But that's our first turn, and I think, yeah. Get trade agreement, Macedon. I can get trade agreement, but I'm going to conquer Macedon, so I'm going to ignore that. Thank you very much. Romans don't do trade. Why should we trade? Already the richest faction. The reason why Bruchai is so fun is because they take over this part of the world. Now, this part of the world is the Aegean Sea, obviously, which you should know. So we have Turkey on this side, which is Asia Minor, or Anatolia, and we have the Aegean Sea, Anachaea down here, Peloponnesian part of Greece, and Hellas, so the upper part of Greece, and Attica over here. This Aegean Sea is the richest trading lane in the world. Not only is it the richest trading lane in this game, but all of the wonders of the ancient world are in the east. Now that shows you some of the powers of the wonders of the ancient world. So, Statue of Zeus at Olympia. This gives you a +4 bonus to population loyalty in all settlements. So everyone across the empire is more loyal by +4, which is a large amount. That's quite powerful. Let's look at the Temple of Artemis, which is one of my favourite ancient wonders. So, reduces the cost of new religious buildings by 30% in all settlements. Overpowered, way overpowered. Means you can just build things, and Mausoleum reduces building construction times by 20%. So basically, anything that takes over 5 turns to complete, the big stuff, is 20% less time. The Colossus is the most overpowered in my opinion. It increases naval trade by 40%. So if you have the Aegean Sea and you have the Colossus, you are now raking in vast amounts of money on this side of the map. And of course we have the lighthouse over here, another one of my favourites. Halves the chance of nearby ships at sea sinking and increases naval movement allowances. This increases naval movement allowances. It doesn't just mean here though. You would think it just takes place over here, where, or in this sea where they can see the lighthouse. No, that's faction-wide. So I could have a fleet in Britain somewhere, and somehow the Pharos in Alexandria is making it quicker. Don't ask me how. That's why I love Rome Total War. And the Great Pyramid of Giza increases the loyalty of Egyptians to the owning faction, regardless of culture. So if you capture this, basically, people down here, which is the breadbasket of the world, all of the food is over here, people over here will generally be more loyal to you, which is fine. And I think that's it. Do we have the Hanging Gardens? Are the Hanging Gardens in this game? Probably not. Oh, yeah, here they are. Here they are. So Hanging Gardens of Babylon give a 20% bonus to farming income in all settlements. How overpowered do you want this? 20% bonus to farming in every single settlement. So if I have the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, for some reason, a farming settlement in Scunthorpe, in England, backwater England, is producing more grain. I don't know why. Again, it's Total War. I love it to pieces. And, it's Total War at its best, is Rome 2. Rome 1, sorry. Really is. So, we have some Hastati here. So we're going to group some Hastati up. And we're going to get them over to our main man, who is now taking over Greece slowly but surely. I'll look at the chat in just a sec. I'm not a big dick YouTuber, so I don't have anyone watching the chat for me. So what are we going to build? What does Juno do? Public order, don't need it. We're in Italy. Public order, don't need it. Okay, so I might want to do, what's the trade one? I'm gonna do Mercury. I'm gonna do a trader. I'm gonna do some communal farming as well, and maybe some roads. That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice. We'll do that. What about Croton? Let's have a look down here. We need a port. We need a trader. We need communal farming. Trying to Mercury, mining, roads. Lovely stuff. And tell you what, since we will do this.
I shall speak with them at once.
Give us a trade. Thank you. Okay. So one more. I'll do that next turn. Next turn, actually. Let me just check the chat. Cool. So yeah, I know that I know that Andrzej Sapkowski, who wrote The Witcher, is he said some bad things about gaming, so gamers don't really like him. But aside from that, I didn't know he actually did anything other things that were
For clues.
pretty crappy. Apart from stealing people's work, but you know.
Can't do it, sir. Set sail. Leaving the army.
Alright, so.
Disembark. Imperator. Imperator. Sir. Sir. Sir.
Love how they're all American.
Combining
It's
troops.
ridiculous. Imperator. Right, okay, we'll do that. I love how quick the turns are. Don't need another one of you, sorry. So, another mechanic that is in the game. So we have the Senate over here. Obviously, these will be standard to any fantasy... sorry, any strategy player will know all of these. So you got diplomacy, overview of your financial statements and your faction-wide things that are going on. But also, you have the Senate. And the Senate is extremely important in the early game. In the late game, it's kind of important because... no, actually, no, in the late game it's not, because they become far more passive. Basically, you have the balance of power. So you have Senate missions, which they've asked you to do, and you got all of these people. These are the notions that people have talking about. The Senate are talking about different factions. So you have the Greek cities here. So, for instance, the Greek state has, after due deliberation, said these people are not to be considered friends of Rome. Their claims to territory, freedom, and independence should be disputed at every conceivable opportunity. So these are the official decrees of the Senate, which is actually quite a historically accurate thing. Because one thing people don't actually understand sounds pretty pompous, but one thing people don't get is that the Senate had no official power. The Senate was a advisory body to the state. So everyone gets to vote in Rome, but some votes count more than others, of course, to policy and things like that. And they would make laws, and they would show people laws, and so. But the decrees of the Senate are things that people really stood by. So even though they had no official power, to have a seat on the Senate, it's basically having a seat where all the power players are. If you need money to do something in the Roman Senate, in the Roman state, you are also in this in the Senate, right? So even though the Senate has no official power, it has a lot of unofficial power. It has a lot of indirect power. So these are the senatorial declarations about different states that are in the game, which is also pretty cool. So the Senate floor. So these are the things that how the Senate feel about you. The more you conquer, the more your approval with the people will go up. All right. The more you conquer, the more this will actually go down. They become more fearful of you. But the more senatorial missions you complete, the more this will go up. Okay? It gets to a certain stage in the game where you've conquered most of your part of the world, and a Roman civil war is about to happen, where this will drop down because they're terrified of you. And this will be up here. So you can actually go to war with the Senate at that point. And that's when the big endgame stuff kicks off. And I really do think that that Rome Total War is the best game that Creative Assembly have ever done for endgame as Rome. And, you know, especially as Rome. I'm aware that Andrzej Sapkowski did. He's threatened to sue CD Projekt Red, and I know about all that. I was just wondering if you had there's any other things that you didn't like him for. But I'm aware of that. Yeah, he's a tool for doing that. And I also am not a big fan of the fact that he completely did a roundabout face on that. Like when he was called out on it and he got his Netflix deal. As soon as he got money basically from Netflix, he was nice again to people to like CD Projekt Red, and I was just like, ugh. You're just doing that because you've got your money now. It's just greed.
Engage the enemy.
Right, we don't like Greeks.
Victory! Out of moves, sir. Engage the enemy.
Love how he breaks the fourth wall and literally tells you, I'm out of moves. Just like...
Fleet ready.
There's no ports around here, is there? No. Okay, so you come back to port then.
Yes, Captain. Set sail. General, engage the enemy. Victory! Prepare for battle.
All right. This is quite a big force here, but they're all peltasts. So we should be able to handle this quite easily. But watch me fall flat on my face.
Brave warriors! I have won great renown through leading men to victory. I see no reason to change the habits of a lifetime today. There stand the Greeks, ready to fight or die. Today, I think we should send as many of them as possible to Hades. This army includes fully half of all our warriors. It is a mighty host, and little can stand against it. Our foes certainly have rumbling guts at the very thought that you are marching against them. Remember that as you cut them down.
Let's do
They have
it.
been brought to the battlefield by muling infants instead of leaders. There are more of them than there are of us. So be it. We will fight like lions instead of men. Yet, for all that, one of you is worth more than any number of them. Skills, valor, and honor still count for something in war. They will undoubtedly skulk in the woods and hope to ambush some of us. The enemy will undoubtedly try to slaughter us at a distance. We must charge home and stop their cowardly plan. The gods have surely smiled upon us. The omens are so numerous and so in our favor that I cannot describe them all and still have time for a battle today. Now then, look to your front. Mark your target when it comes!
It's taking a while, isn't he? So that's one thing I love about Rome as well, is that it, all of that was really good advice. Because everything he said was true. Like, they do have more men than us. They are going to try and skulk in those woods with their ranged units. Yeah, let's just start the battle.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
Get over there. Get over there. Don't go in phalanx. I learned about the phalanx in this game, by the way. That's the first time. That's how young I was. I learned about the phalanx for the first time in this game. Because I was like, why aren't they moving? Why are they moving so slowly? They're rubbish. Then I realised, oh, they've got these massive spears, and that's how much of a noob I was back then. One thing I will say about the game is that I don't like the fact it doesn't have a camera that is truly. You can't look up and down with it. You know, you can just look to units, look to their units. How quickly people run on this game, it's ridiculous. Don't want those Cretan archers having a go at us, so... Gotta watch this, make sure that the phalanx doesn't get to us. Yeah. Should be them dead.
The gods have filled the heart of the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
Can you hear it on the left? Here it comes.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers.
Oh, they didn't even get to.
Rabbits running from our men.
They didn't even get to charge in. Oh, okay. Oh well.
The gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
Okay, more idiots over here. So I'll go with these peltasts, shall we? I can see that cavalry coming over here as well. That'll be them deaded. Don't go anywhere near the phalanx. Come on. There we go. Oh, but the Cavs just doing all of the work, all of the legwork. Want as little getting away as possible. See a heavy cavalry coming in here. Why not? There we go. Trying to do them on both sides. Look at that. Beautiful. He's absolutely murdering my general though. I don't know why. He's exhausted. I thought Horseman lasted longer than that. He's walking. Okay, so he's dead. Okay, fine. That's a bit shitty. Why this light cavalry? I know it's exhausted, but it should not be getting outrun by. Get in there. Over here.
The enemy king is fleeing! This is truly a great day for Rome!
Don't want him fleeing, want him dead. They're right by the line as well, so they're all going to get away. Oh, that's annoying.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Get in there. Any Greeks in my lands? It's them all dead.
Rome
Got him.
demands victory from her.
Victory!
Wow, I didn't realise he did all that. Wow, that's. Sorry about that. Had a something to sort out. There we go. Cool. So I think we can just go in and take this now, can't we?
Imperator, prepare for battle.
Nope.
Besieging settlement, sir.
Got to ram it first. That's fine.
Settlement under siege, sir.
Alright, so Aulus is getting better. Yeah, I didn't realise he tried. I know he tried to sue them. I didn't realise he went back for more money though. That's a bit ridiculous. But I know he sold it for the equivalent of like 10 grand. He sort of he thinks he's on the same level as Tolkien, you see. So he went and said, "Oh well, it's never gonna. My work is far too expansive to be. My work is far too expansive to be covered by a mere video game. It's not going to sell." And then of course it sold, and then he wanted all this money. I think that was the hypocrisy of it. You know what I mean? That you say one thing, you don't believe in a project, and then when you've had nothing to do with the project, you then go and try and get money from it. It's a bit bad.
General, prepare for battle.
Oh look, the gates are open. There's no one really here. There's... yeah, Peltasts. May as well just...
Victory! This land is Roman!
okay, this time... probably going to exterminate populace. Ooh, got a unit Triarii. So, in the Roman army, there are 3 lines. There's the Hastati, the Principes, and Triarii. The Triarii are the veterans. These are rock hard old veterans who are basically in their 40s.
Move, sir.
I think they've already taken nearly everywhere of Macedon.
Your Honor. Moving.
Oh, we could take Athens.
Sir.
Sir! General! Orders! General! Imperator! General! Attack! Out of move, sir.
Could just lower the tax rate here. Do-do-do-do-do. Cool. I'm hoping the Macedonians don't just walk straight past us and take Athens. That'll be pretty shitty. No. If you've got Sparta, I want it. So, no, he's rubbish. Blockade Syracuse. I'm not at war with them, and I don't need to be at war with them. So, no.
Attack! Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under
Maintain that.
siege, sir.
Your Honor. On my way.
Yeah, Sparta is there, but it has these people in it. Spartans, as you would think. These are the most overpowered statistics you can get in the game at this stage. These are ridiculous, guys. They're absolutely... The recruitment cost, it's over $1,000. I mean, upkeep's 460. How they're affording them, I don't know. But yeah, you look at my guys. Let's look at the Hastati. Recruitment cost 440. So that Spartan unit is worth 3 times what those guys are. And I would say they're actually very cheap for that. One thing that is a bit shitty about this is that the Senate will ask you to go to war with people like Carthage and people like that. You can just ignore them. Whereas in real life, there's no way you'd be able to do that. There's no way you'd be able to ignore the Senate and just be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm willing to bet that he's going to attack me here. I'm willing to bet any money. But he's going to go and try and get Thurman.
Our fleet is under attack! Victory!
No, you're rubbish.
Sir, move out!
Right, so we've got the Triarii there now.
Imperator!
Cool.
Sir, engage the enemy!
There's no one there. Okay, fair enough. Thought there was.
Victory! This
Exterminate.
land is Roman!
Repair the walls just in case the Macedonians want to turn up and start having a go. Okay. Can we make stuff? We can make stuff. Equites. Oh, can't make a starter yet. Okay, and that's bad. Okay, so get rid of all that. Get that so we can make a starty. Get rid of that. Make that so we can make a starty. There we go. Then some sewers, because what's more Roman than a sewer? Nothing, let me tell you. I'm going to bet that either they will go for Sparta, I'm hoping they will, and that'll give us time to build things up before we go to war with them. Or they're just going to straight out attack us. We'll see. Oh, no, they've walked somewhere. I don't know where they've gone. I don't quite want to just start running over to I don't quite want to start running over to Larissa. I don't want to take on the Macedonians just yet. Just yet. At least may become like a Sunday thing. That may be quite cool to just do this as a Sunday. As a chill out sesh. It'd be quite nice. Minor city, recruitment. Okay, just recruit some Time Watch then. It's fine. Let's have a quick look at me. See if the chat's alright. Yeah, it is bloody ridiculous the way that he's suing people and things like that. But even though I think it's he's fine now, isn't he? He's not doing it anymore because of the Netflix deal. But I'm with you on that one. He's nowhere near like a visionary or anything. You know, I really don't think that's the case at all. I could really do with one of those recruitment buildings over here. I can't do that until one of them expands. Yeah, I'm on my way to getting one here, so that's not too bad. We've cut Greece in half, though, which is good. That means that as long as we keep a semi-decent army up in the north there, we should be fine. As long as we keep a decent army around here somewhere, we should be okay. To just wipe out all this, which would be good. Richest faction. We like that. We like that a lot. Okay. So now we've built that. Can we have a start? Yay, we can. There we go. You guys come back over here.
Set sail!
Your Honor.
Well, we don't need to... Famously, Sparta had no walls. These are Sparta's walls.
Searching for clues.
So I'll put them in there for now. Yeah, I'm not blockading the port because I don't need to. I'm not throwing my navy over there. Need them to transport my things. One thing I do say is better than New Total Wars is the fact that if you've got a really big settlement, you can actually recruit lots of troops per turn from there. You're going to do one per turn in a Rome 1 settlement, which is pretty crappy, but you know, whatever. Shipwright, militia barracks. But the turns are that quick, I suppose that it doesn't really matter that much. I think Onassis is miles away, guys. Will you stop pushing me in directions that I'm not ready to go in yet? It's like, oh yeah, just run over there. Just run over there and the other side of the world and just... I do like the fact that the Senate do seem like, you know, just buffoons at certain points. You're just like, come on, guys. Okay, we nearly got a good army over there. What is he doing? Okay, what I'm going to do...
Sir! Sir! Move out! Yes, Captain! Off the boats! General!
Hire those.
Forward!
So at least we've got something there now to defend them with.
Captain. Set sail! Orders, Imperator. Forward! Aye, aye, Captain! Leaving the army! Disembark!
There we go, that's a lot
Ready
better.
to sail! Yes, Captain!
And to be honest with you, if he does attack me, it just gives me an excuse to go down south and take the rest of Greece, which is nice. Now, in real history, the Romans never really took Greece, so to speak. They did take it into the Roman state after a while, but they never conquered it. It was more of they just got sick of them Greece fighting amongst themselves, so went over and took over the state to calm things down, essentially. And there are two modes of thought, as I've said on this channel before. There are two modes of thought about Roman expansionism, main modes of thought. One was that they were accidental imperialists, and that's that they conquered other regions just to keep their own allies and themselves safe, as like preemptive strikes and things like that. And by doing that, they accidentally formed this like massive empire. I don't really subscribe to that. And the other one is that they were very imperialistic on purpose, and that's that they went around and basically conquered things systematically because they always wanted to conquer. I don't subscribe to that either. I'm more of a middle of the road. I think the Romans actually changed their approach to different places by who they were dealing with. So with Greece, it was very much an accidental conquering. They didn't really want to conquer Greece. They just needed a stable trading partner that was nearby, and Greece going to shit in the handbasket didn't do the Romans any good whatsoever. And so eventually they had to take control of Greece and destroy Corinth, unfortunately. But then you look at Carthage. They conquered Carthage because they wanted the resources that Carthage had. So they went out and they conquered Carthage. I think it's impossible to say for any real reason that Rome was one thing or the other, mainly because Roman system of government and Roman system of military expansion is all hemped up in the one person. So after the Marian reforms, the general troops are generally loyal to the general, not the state. And so when you have so many different people with so many different generals pulling in so many different directions, it's impossible to nail down one state behaviour in terms of conquest. So Caesar, for instance, wanted to go and conquer Gaul for his own largesse, for his own monetary gain. He was in masses of debt that he needed to get out from under. He needed glory, he needed money, so he went out and got it by being a general and going and conquering Gaul. Whereas like other generals like Scipio, for example, they were fighting to defend their state. They weren't specifically fighting against Hannibal because they wanted to conquer Carthage in the Second Punic War. They were fighting against Hannibal for survival. So the First Punic War against Carthage is definitely all about expansion and greed and things like that. Second one, not so much. It's more about we need to survive against this guy who's coming over here and killing everybody. So I don't subscribe to either of those two views. I'm more of a middle liner, if you're going to put it that way. So how about you? What do you guys think about Roman expansion and things? Yeah, half the world does have the eagle as the national emblem now. It's very unfortunate that the Nazis appropriated so much from Rome, but they did it for the specific reason of they needed that legitimacy from the past. And the Romans did exactly the same thing with their own need for legitimacy. They always did things like that. They always took other people's ideas and made them their own, and made them better, in my opinion.
Moves depleted, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. And of course, now you've got America, which has the eagle. We have all different states around the world that have the eagle, which is it's fine. It's pretty cool. It's a cool symbol. Oh, Macedonia. Trying to cause trouble. No. I'm declining all these because they're just terrible. They're just awful. Let me just save the game there for a minute, just in case any calamity happens. I'm not expecting it to, but... Equites, that's good. That's also good. Agent found in Macedon. An agent found with them, so that they really are moving in. So we need to make sure that we take out Sparta as quickly as possible.
The enemy. Besieging settlements,
Oh,
sir.
what happened to the pride of the Spartans, eh? What happened to the pride of the Spartans who had no walls because they were so fucking superior and better than everybody else? I see. Right. What can we construct here? Nothing much. Okay.
Imperator, Daryl. Onward! Set sail! Leaving the army. Off the boats! Fleet ready! Yes, Captain!
Okay. Rome's mainly expansionist. Yeah, I mean, I can certainly see why you'd have that point of view. I wouldn't say that's particularly wrong. Rome is an expansion. I mean, the one thing we can't dispute is that Rome did expand. It was conquering different areas. So I don't think my argument is more centered on whether they're expansionist or not. Of course they are. I think it's more in what kind of imperialism they were purporting to the rest of the world. So, in my opinion, their imperialism, their imperial attitude to their neighbours changed on who they were dealing with. So they wouldn't have the same opinion for Egypt as they would for Greece, for example, or Carthage to Greece, or Gaul to Greece. It would all be different. But I do agree with you that when we take everything into account, they probably are quite expansionist, if not imperialistic. Why is it so even when we outnumber them? Are the Spartans here by any chance? Nah, it doesn't matter. Let's just fight it. This is an important battle. If we get out of this with few losses, we should be able to really start twisting the knife, start twisting the blade.
On my body many great scars, honorably earned in battle. I have fought many a foe in open combat. I come to fight today. Who stands with me? Do not fear these over-nice Greeks. They have come to fight, it is true, but they will only stay to die. On this field stand 1 in 4 of our people's warriors. We are enough then to win great honor and do great service. This and more, I have no doubts that you will do. We stand on the defensive today. Let them wear themselves out against our battle line. There is no advantage in numbers to either side. Therefore, skill and courage will be the keys to this day's battle. Yet, for all that, we are the stronger within ourselves. We are the greater warriors. The enemy will try to conserve their strength by firing at us. We must close and fight them hand to hand, like true men. I have never yet lost a fight against these men. I have no intention of starting today. So together, we will gain another victory. When I set my heart on an attack, I do so knowing that I will win, that my men will win, that victory is within reach. All we need to do is stretch out and grasp the foe firmly by the throat. I have won many great victories for Rome. Be strong in that truth, and let this be one more. March on, and know that our victory is assured as long as we live and die like true Romans.
It's a long-ass speech, man. I mean, I'm not... Aulus, that was a long-ass speech. I'm not lying, buddy. That was pretty... That was a diatribe there.
The ferryman will be busy today. The enemy have brought more men to the fight.
Units! March! Units! Double time!
Skirmishers! Mercenary peltists!
Get down! Quick fire! General!
Uh-oh, what's that over there? Are those Spartans? Yes, there are. Okay. We need to beat this army really quickly. Guys, just get in there. Just get in there. And we need these guys dead as dodos. Just in case, let's have the mercenary hoplites over here. Get on here. Okay, I'm gonna pause it just so I can give instructions to everyone.
Units! Hurry! Hurry! Move out!
Mercenary peltists! Mercenary peltists!
Units! Hurry! Hurry!
Where are these guys going? You're going over here, okay.
Mercenary.
I'm gonna have you in front.
March! Standard formation!
And the velites.
March! Hurry!
Can go there.
The enemy general flees! Press! The enemy army is in flight! Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield!
Why is everyone walking?
Units! Move! Move!
It's so fast-paced, Rome 1. Like in Rome 2, they would still be on their way over there. See what they're gonna do. So I want all the Peltas to just go after the Spartans. That's literally all I want to do.
The gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
Alright, let's do this. Yeah, this is going to be pretty difficult. Spartans marching to defend Sparta. It's pretty cool. No, don't fire at him. No, don't fire at him. Don't fire at him. This one guy just ran in front and everyone fired all the... Oh, never mind. Are you guys tired? Yes, you're winded. Okay, so just walk over there.
Mercenary peltists. Mercenary peltists.
Go and throw into the Spartans, please.
Hoplite mercenary.
Units! Move! Has started. Move out! Units, march!
Okay, so now they can all come behind the lines.
Peltists.
Has started. Has started. Move!
And the hoplites.
Hoplite mercenaries. Standard formation. Move out!
Units, forward!
Guys, run!
Hoplites. Standard formation. Go, go, go! Form my phalanx. Move! Ready.
Units, forward!
Okay, guys, I'm getting sick of having to tell you to run.
Mercenary peltists.
We're in a battle, we're not in like a... We're not just chilling out here, like this is... And stop skirmishing.
Peltists. Move out! Unleash hell!
Has started, has started.
Spartans are dicking on everyone. See if the Spartans fight. Oh, yeah,
The enemy army is
broken
in
straight
flight.
away.
Pursue them and drive them from
Wow.
the battlefield.
I'm not used to that. I'm used to them just staying there forever. Must be because there's overwhelming numbers there. Oh, and the general died pretty quickly as well. Well, Guess the Spartans didn't last very long. That was a bit anticlimactic. I thought they were going to be a lot harder than that. So they're well overpriced for what they were, considering like 3 units of Astarte just tore straight through them. Most of the game will go like this until we fight all the Romans, to be fair. That's it, let's munch them up. This is not on easy, by the way, this is normal.
This is a heroic
No, that was pretty... I guess Total War games have gotten a bit easier over the years. A bit harder, though, sorry, over the years.
Rome has conquered!
Yeah, exterminate the populace. So I'm used to things being a lot more nasty than that. So, but hey, this is a chill out session, isn't it? And it will get apocalyptic when we get over to facing other Romans. Trust me. And one of my biggest, best memories in gaming actually is from Rome. When I was younger, a lot younger, I was in my early 20s, and I started plonking armies around. It got to the stage where the civil war was about to kick off. Like, so I had all of the bottom part of the map around here as the Brutii, and I started sailing forces back from Egypt and all that to surround Rome, essentially. And the AI started surrounding Rome with full stack legions. And yeah, the following battle nearly crashed my computer. So yeah, it was pretty gnarly. So I can't wait for that with modern hardware to see how big we can actually make that final battle. It'll be pretty cool. So, mark it. One of these. One of these. One of these. You're building stuff. That's fine. You're building stuff. Okay. One thing about this game is that when somebody loses their last province, they don't automatically die. You need to kill all of their armies, I think, from what I remember. The Greeks still have one in Syracuse, but the other guys can deal with that. That's Scipio's problem. That is Scipio's problem. I have problems of my own. I'm a Quaestor. Aemilius Brutus. Is that actually my guy? No, it is. Aemilius Brutus. Okay. Pretty cool. Alright, Croton, let's get you some... Let's make you a bit more profitable, shall we? And Thurman, what have you got there? Nothing really, but we don't really need you to have anything. What's going on with the Greeks? Yeah, I'll accept that. In fact, I want trade with you. I want trade. I want map information too, see if you got any of that. Good. They've only got one province, but, you know, trade. We don't need to kill them anymore. We've got what we wanted.
Your Honor, watching and waiting.
Okay. What are these? Peltasts? Oh, okay, they're just normal dudes, that's fine. Almost ready to go to war with Macedonia. Let's see. Almost. I could do with more than one place that can train decent troops, to be honest with you. So, quicker we get that sorted out, the better.
Yes, Captain.
Alright, so
Imperator.
you are going to bring some forces down here for me.
Imperator. 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 General.
Interferment.
Onward. Out of move, sir.
And he eventually... So we're going to break out of here, march north, take this. And we're going to, with this force, we're going to break out of here, take Larissa. And that should hopefully cripple his economy enough so that we can march on Thessalonica and actually take it pretty quickly. Because that's his capital. I don't think he has any other... He might have some over here by the Obridians, but I don't think he does. We'll see. We shall see. Right. So I'm going to just end the turn there. Oh, Tiberius Brutus died. Okay. Here's the thing about that I don't really like about... As I said, I think the best thing Total War could have done is not taken so much from Civilization and Paradox games and all of that, but put more RPG into their systems. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean like, you know, be open world or anything like that. I don't mean... It's Total War. But your generals last the entire game. And it's up to you to build them into the certain people that you want them to be. And in doing that, you know, they become exactly who you want. They become really, really, really powerful. And when you lose one, it's like losing a family member. You're like, oh my god, one of them died, you know, and I want revenge for that person who died. That's kind of a thing in Total War, but not enough. Rome 2 went some ways to doing that. Especially after, with all the updates and things that it got. So nowadays, if you install the 12 turns per year mod for Rome 2, then your generals do end up becoming really powerful. And again, with Three Kingdoms Total War, they really did turn up the character progression side of it, but it still got a bit... you had too many characters to get invested with any of them in the end. There's just too many of them. It became really bloated, did Three Kingdoms, I'm afraid. It wasn't huge. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't anywhere near top tier Total War, in my opinion. Very enjoyable though.
Fleet ready. Aye, aye, Captain. Imperator, sir. Move out. Set sail. Off the boats. General, move out. Ready to sail. Yes, Captain.
Okay, so can you make anything yet? No. Make some town watch just to shore things up a bit.
Orders.
Cornelius Brutus. Oh, he's 16. Okay. Ah, so Macedon does have places further up there. Okay. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to have to take all of Greece. It looks like it, anyway. Oh, wow. Mount Etna's erupting. It's a shame. Yeah. Okay. So,
Orders.
you guys are actually gonna
Move out.
come here because I'm thinking I'm ready to go to war.
General, sir. Onward.
Yep, I think I'm ready.
Imperator. Orders. Sir. General. General. Imperator. Imperator. Onward. Prepare to ambush. Attack! Besieging settlements, sir.
That's
Victory!
what you call
Rome
blitzkrieg.
has conquered.
Oh, what a shame. This corrupted the video a little bit. It is an old game on new hardware, I guess. So, okay. So it's basically a huge statue of Zeus in Olympia. Okay, we know that. So, alliance in tatters. Rome was in an alliance with Macedon. Well, I don't care if you think they're friends. They're not friends. So.
Engage the enemy. Besieging
You wanted me to
sir.
conquer Greece, guys.
Settlement
I'm
under
just
siege,
saying.
sir.
Da 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 da. You wanted Greece conquered, you got Greece conquered.
General, forward! Set sail! Leaving the army! Off the boats! Fleet ready! Aye aye, Captain!
Oh, he's blockading me. Oh well. Ah, Thrace want an alliance. They can have one. I don't really want any of their land. And we got their map information as well. Okay. Cool. People are very much starting to like me a little bit. So are the Senate too. Construction report, recruitment report, and diplomatic information. Yep, okay, cool.
General, engage the enemy!
Didn't need to do anything there.
Victory! Settlement captured!
Repair. I will go and do battles, but generally, once we've done once or twice against a country that we're then going to steamroll, then I won't. Trust me, there will be huge battles coming in the coming parts. Don't worry about that.
Orders!
So we're going to leave our
Imperator!
heir here. He's going to stay here.
Sir! Orders! Onward! Imperator! Engage the enemy! Victory!
It's
No
fine.
more moves, sir. General!
Just wondering whether you could come over here
Imperator! General!
and just tell me what's going on.
Onward! No more moves, sir.
Could do with
Prepare
just
for
finding out
battle.
what's going on over there. So, that's the one thing that Rome 1 does really well, is that when you first start playing it, it really does introduce you to all the core concepts of the game really nicely. Really, really nicely. As you're going through it. Especially as Rome. Especially as Rome. Because there's not really many people who can stand up to you. At the first part of it. But there are many people who can give you an absolute headache. So it's not, whilst it's generally easy-ish, you still got to be very, very, very careful. Okay, we'll have Thracian warriors, and we'll have you as well.
Prepare for battle. Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir. Imperator, attack! No more moves, sir. General.
Okay, let's get all you guys out here to
General.
destroy these dudes.
Imperator, sir. 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 Attack! Victory! Imperator. Imperator. Engage the enemy. Victory! Orders, General.
Okay.
Sir! Orders! Orders! Sir! Imperator! Orders! Prepare for battle! Victory!
Got rid of them. John, you may as well just head up with these as well.
Forward! Move depleted, sir. Sir!
And you can hire the Peltas who are here. Oh, okay. That's not going to be good. Oof. And he's got Macedonian cavalry as well. What do we do? We've got no cavalry here. I might retreat. I'm going to.
Retreat! The siege is broken!
Means we get much bigger battle next time, which is nice. I knew there was something around here.
General! Forward! Orders! Sir! Orders! March!
Okay.
Sir! General! 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 Sir! Imperator! General! Leaving the army! Merging armies! Orders! March! Move out! Engage the enemy!
There we go. That's more like it. It should be a big one. Alright, let's do this. I knew there was a big army around here somewhere. I saw it moving away before.
I carry on my body many great scars, honorably earned in battle. I have fought many a foe in open combat. I come to fight today. Who stands with me? Today we face the proud Macedonians, a nation of brave men and worthy foes. That army comprises a full quarter of our foes' warriors. Is that the best that they can do? These old women, beardless youths, and craven dogs? I think we will grow weary of killing today. They have been whipped to the battlefield like cattle for slaughter. Our numbers here are about equal. Therefore, a victory here will be hard fought, but glorious. But we are the stronger. They will seek to trick us, but we must be alert and crush these weaklings. I fought and lost against these men, but it is not something that will happen again. Today, I take my revenge. Today, you taste the fruits of victory. When I set my heart on an attack, I do so knowing that I will win, that my men will win, that victory is within reach. All we need to do is stretch out and grasp the foe firmly by the throat. Be of good heart, for within the day, reinforcements will reach us. I want to see blood. I want to bathe in their blood. I want to bathe in their blood for a week. Now, kill them all!
So depending on your general's personality, what he says differs as well. So the fact that he said he wanted to bathe in their blood is essentially just him being really bloodthirsty. He's been in a few fights, and if you keep putting your general in fights, he will get like that. He will get very bloodthirsty. He will get very, very choppy. He likes chopping people up. Mercenaries of Thrace.
Hoplite mercenary! Hoplite mercenary!
Town Watch can go in front just to soak up arrow fire.
Peltists! Mercenary peltists!
And we have the general over here. Not going to make too much of a distinction with him to try and...
The ferryman will be busy today. The enemy have brought more men to the fight.
Okay, are we loading up more people coming in? Yes, we are, okay. Oh. That basically saying my reinforcements aren't going to turn up, game. That is bullshit if that's so. Oh, that is bullshit. They better turn up.
Units, move out. Hastani, Hastani. Units, double time. Units, double time. Units, charge.
Mercenary hop.
That is really... That is one thing that I do not miss from this game. When it starts with that bullshit. When it starts with... oh, yeah, your reinforcements haven't turned up. It's like, guys, why do you think I put them there in the first place? Why do you think I did all that?
Skirmisher.
Not for goodness of my own health. You put all that effort into getting them there, and then the computer just takes them away from you. It's like, no, 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 no.
Units, move out.
Okay,
The enemy army is in.
okay, I'll take it.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
Thing is, I attack them as well, so the computer's going to expect me to come forwards, or I'm going to lose the battle. So it's really stacked the deck here. It's cheated quite a bit in saying, oh, not only am I not going to give you the reinforcements that you basically were pinning this battle on, but you have to attack me, not the other way around. And look at this. We're not going to do anything against this. We're going to die.
Units, onward.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to... Since it's being a little bitch, I'm going to be a little bitch as well. Okay.
Hastani, 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 Hastani.
Since it's being a little bitch, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Corner camping like a bitch.
Hoplite mercenary. Hoplite.
Units, move, move. Units, forward. Units, units, move, stand and fight. Thracian mercenary. Move out, move. General.
This is supposed to be pretty epic, this, but whatever. Needs must, I'm afraid.
Move. Town watch, town watch. Units, move, move. Hastani. Units, move out. Units, move, move. Town watch.
Hoplite mercenary.
And you bloody run when I tell you to run.
Forward. Units, forward. Hastani.
Last I start, he can come up here.
March.
Actually, no. Go over there.
Move.
I want everyone running.
Town watch, town watch.
Mercenary hoplite mercenary.
Again, I shouldn't really need to tell you to run, but, you know. Okay. This may get a little choppy because the game just cannot handle all these people being on the screen at once with the new graphics cards. I will try and sort that out in future sessions, but for now, yeah, you can see when I turn it around, the game's just like, what? Like, looking at my graphics card on my phone, it's not even at like 20%. Yeah, look, the camping up here. What a load of bullshit. What a load of bullshit. So not only is it telling me that all of my reinforcements aren't turning up, it's now waiting up there for me to attack them with like no forces. This is absolute codswallop, this. Absolute rubbish. Yeah, look at them. They've taken a hill, they're just camping on the hill. That's pathetic. That really is. I've never known a cheat quite like that, where it's just said, no, 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 no. I want every advantage under the sun, and you get nothing. Okay? That's just how that's going to work. You're going to get nothing. So they're going to go there. They're going to go there. They're going to go there. These guys are going to go here. I shouldn't be doing this, but it's given me no choice, I'm afraid. It's given me no choice. Gonna have to go and go right into them. Absolute rubbish. Now, the only tactic I can really think of doing is marching up here and basically chewing them up like this, getting as many kills as I can before eventually I'm beaten back and killed myself. That's where we're at now. That is where we are at right about now. So I'm speeding things up. Right, there we go. Normal speed. Do you know what, guys? Getting a bit sick of it. Come up here, please. Today would be great. That would be phenomenal if you could do it today. God, this game, I swear. Come on. Right, they're moving now. They're willing to bet any money that they're going to try and do another line there and just do a new box. I mean, it's the tactics are completely right. Like it's great the way it's doing tactics. I just don't appreciate the way that it just takes it decides to just take away your men from you. It's just like no, we're not doing that anymore. We're not playing that game. This guy's going to come up here. I just said double time, didn't he? Okay.
Units, forward!
Yep, it's just gonna do a big line over there. Oh, it's so boring. Come on. Is he attacking me? Is he actually attacking me, or is he just... No. Okay, now I think he's attacking me now. I think. guys.
Mercenary peltist.
You guys.
Mercenary. Form my phalanx. Mercenary
Phalanx
hoplites.
down.
Form my phalanx. Hoplites. Destroy mercenary hoplites. Destroy them!
Mercenaries of Thrace!
Attack!
I think they're spearmen of light infantry, okay.
General!
Right, okay, so we have a chance. We have a chance. I'm going to try and wrap them up. One unit at a time. So we're going to focus all of our troops and a few of their units. The danger is, we'll come in here. If these don't break pretty quickly, then they will have the opportunity to box us in over here and just annihilate us. But even then, we'll be doing a lot of damage to them. I'm fully expecting to lose this because it's pulled a fast one on me by just cheating and getting rid of half of my army without even having to do anything. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Why aren't they in phalanx? They were... You just saw me... You just saw me put these guys in a phalanx, did you not? You know. Pathetic. Pathetic. Already started. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. These guys are running out of the battle now. So are they gone?
The enemies show their true virtue. They are not.
Shut up. Okay, so you guys have killed the cav. That's good because you were in phalanx, which you should have been from the very beginning. But okay.
Not so. The gods have filled the heart of the
Get him.
enemy general with fear.
Get him. Yeah.
Gods be praised. The enemy general is dead. His men know their doom approaches.
Their army just...
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh,
but
look
are they
at that.
in time to take part in the battle?
No, game, they're not. Thank you for that, by the way. I don't know where their army's gone. I don't know what happened here. I think because our guys turned up, they just ran away. Oh, this game does not like huge. Does not like huge numbers on the battlefield, does it? But don't worry, we'll soon sort that out. So that worked. I think a bug happened there because they all just walked off the. They walked off here. They walked off over here. And marched away. What? They're still at full strength. I think that would have worked. It would have worked. I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that now we've won. I'm just saying, you know, it would have worked. Okay, everyone but the cav. Everyone but the cav, please. Alright, so we're just throwing our things in there has annihilated them. Getting the feeling I should have played this one very hard, to be honest with you. But matters not. We're here now. We've hardly killed any of the forces, I think. Guess he's gone. Killed 40% of them. But that'll be enough, though. So if the next we're just taking over Macedon. Are they just going? Yeah, they're just running away. Okay, cool. Is that it then? Have we killed them all? Or no, there's one unit still over here. Okay. That's embarrassing for Macedon, considering they had all those men up there. I did one decent charge on this side, and because we killed so many of them on the charge, then our reinforcements turned up, and that shock just absolutely caused them all to run away. I didn't think they'd turn up at all. I didn't think our reinforcements would turn up at all. Well, it's not going to be easy doing the siege anyway.
For battle. Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir. Imperator, attack! Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir.
Spain and Gaul fighting. Not very usual. Oh, I didn't take a settlement on the other side of the world. I'm very sorry, Senate. I'm very sorry. I'm only just expanding your empire in every direction at once, but, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Go away. Go away. That's an old Total War thing. That's an old Total War style thing. You know, please give us back all of our settlements and yeah. No, absolutely not. Screw yourself. Let's see if their reinforcements will be delayed. I'm betting not. Bear in mind, my guys are standing right next to each other.
Those overconfident men are the army of...
That's okay. We can just carry on here.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save.
Where are ours? Where are our reinforcements, guys? Where game? Where are our reinforcements? Please, where are they? Do not tell me you've done this again.
Themselves.
Do not tell me you've done this again. It loves having a cheat, doesn't it? Screw it. We're going straight at him. We are going straight at him. No messing about.
Town watch. Unleash hell.
We're just going to go straight at him. Not in the mood for tactics anymore. If it's going to do things like that, constantly. Once was ridiculous. Twice is just barefaced cheating. Why does every strategy game need to do it though? You always seem to get, you know, every strategy game I've ever come across tends to have these weird selective memories. You know what I mean? Like selective. Oh well, it works for me, but it doesn't work for you. Okay. Okay.
Town watch. Forward. Attack quickly.
Do we have 2 cav here? No. Okay.
Skirmisher, build dusts.
Militates.
I'm going to try the same thing again.
Has started. Quickly.
Hot flags. Hot flags.
Why are you running over there? That's not where I clicked. Why are they running over there? Oh, the Thracians are killing them.
Gods be praised! The reinforcements are here! Send them to fight! Dishearten the enemy!
Alright, let's get over here, shall we? How are these guys doing? We're doing well. Get him. Get that general. Yeah.
Gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
Okay. Things are going better.
Mercenary hot attack!
Didn't see that was light cav, okay. Okay, it said my reinforcements were here, but oh, there they are. Okay, fair enough. Oh, crap.
The general has thrown away his life, and now he feeds the carrion birds. His men may soon be bird food too.
Skirmisher!
That was annoying. Don't turn around and fight them, run away. Look at them, they just appeared there. I can clearly see them, they just appeared there. Yeah, it's alright, yeah, come over here. Come on. Come on. Yeah. I want this unit dead. I want that unit dead. Kill him. Revenge. Got him.
The enemy king has been slaughtered. Let us hope he does not poison the carrion birds.
The Allies done a decent job here. You got him now, I think. Yeah, the Allies done really well. He's doing hammer and anvil attacks and everything. That's really cool. I think we got him. He turned up just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time. And I mean it when I say this, not a moment too soon do they come in.
Formation! Charge!
A lot of our Romans are taking on phalanxes from the front. This is not what happened in military history, I'm telling you that now. I guess weak phalanxes it did happen against us, really. That's what these guys are.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
Orders complete, Commander.
I think that'll be the end of it.
Kill them!
I think that'll be that. Yeah.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee.
I wish it would just stop doing that though with the delayed reinforcements.
Unleash hell!
Because we're going to come up against much heavier stuff than this. Much heavier stuff than this. When we're getting up against these are really crappy armies, and the early Roman armies are much stronger than everyone else's. But even though the later Roman armies are a lot stronger as well, in terms of, you know, they just get stronger, everyone else's power level sort of meets the Romans 3/4 of the way through the campaign. So if we were against armies like that at this point, we'd be in big trouble. In big trouble. That'll do for now.
Rome.
That was a hell of a win.
Splitting the troops! Victory!
Right.
Orders! Engage the enemy!
No,
Sir!
it's laying see. I said to attack the settlement, not the guy.
Attack!
exterminated the populace.
Engage the enemy! Victory! Sir!
There you go, all of Lower Greece is ours. That quickly. Awesome. What's going on over here? It's a shame that we lost Amulius, you know, but I think it's a fitting end, fighting against the people he had such disdain for. But I think I'm going to leave it there, actually. So we've been on for a few hours now. So thanks so much for joining me on my birthday. Do a bit of a little stream there and have a little chat to people. That was really fun. I think I'll make this a weekly thing on a Sunday, just to chill out. It might not always be Rome 2. It might be things like Darkest Dungeon and things like that. So I think next time will be Rome 2 as well. But we'll see how we go. And again, should be more Driftwood early next week. So we're looking at Monday or Tuesday. And obviously we're going to be having the new Scorched Earth setting reveal as well happening pretty soon. So stick around for that. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you next time.